Let us pay homage to the Buddha, the fully enlightened one. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Before going to give a talk, I'm going to pay respect to the Buddha, reciting Pali stanza. Buddho bodhaya deti danto yo dhammataya sa. Dhammataya tanto dhammante no vadaranaya sa. Nibuddho nibbanataya tan lokatarananami. Lokatarano lokatumba ikosaya tasu pyato mudo. Yo nago Buddha naga miro yadi asindi atutta chimya swapyadi. Buddho thisali inkuro rai tu twinti miendo muvi pye Bodhaya sa chutaita du bobolu ro kutu tin lin ti cha ba si chin chu nga lagao. Tanto kuro ga bin yin chi do muvi pye Dhammataya sa chutaita du bobolu ro kutu me yun yin chi cha si chin nga lagao. Tanto kurainga bin kilita upu kate inyin do muvi pye Dhammataya sa chutaita du bobolu ro kutu me yun kilita pu nyin ja ba si chin nga lagao. Dino va dandaya no vangara jango Gudan to chao yokuro dai Gudan to chao kuro dai yao pi pye da lien Dharanaya sa kuro tatu chutai tu ro ne bhutawan ma ve kando Gudan to chao yao ja ba si chin chu nga lagao Nibuddho kilita pranibban win san yote Kuro rai e nyin do muvi pye Nibbanataya sa kuro tatu we ne lu ro pu kate nyin ja ba si chin chu nga lagao Dhammam ni sin li na dhamma sakko Di 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 karuna shita metta phit hoja ro mu khe ba be Loka taranan loka tumba ikosaya tasu phit to mudo Dhannagan Buddha naga miro yadi asindi atutta tu myat swa phyago Nami namami ko no nalong tong song pyong pyo Mango sho yue gado myan no let song mo yue Shiko u nyo pa i myat swa phya myat swa phya. So tonight I'm going to give a talk The title of the talk is Breaking the Bonds of Saṃsāra. So the Buddha says that the beginning of this unfathomably long samsara is unknown, unknowable. What is unknown, unknowable? The beginning of this long, unfathomably long samsara is unknown, unknowable. If it is so, don't you want to ask a question? So, all of you know that the Buddha is omniscient. Why? The Buddha said the beginning of samsara is unknown, unknowable. If the Buddha is omniscient, Buddha must know the beginning of samsara. If the Buddha didn't know the beginning of samsara, he will not be an omniscient. Didn't you want to complain? Yes, you should complain. Yes, the Buddha knew all. Not that he didn't know, but that he knows that there is no beginning of samsara. That's why he said the beginning of samsara is unknown, unknowable. He knows that there is no beginning. To make all of you understand, I will give an example. Today, do they offer mangoes? No? They don't offer any fruits? Banana. Okay, anyway, now I will give an example of mangoes. Do you like mango? So, do you eat mango seed? Why didn't you eat? Or you have an intention to grow, or you want to throw. Anyway, when you see the mango seed, don't you know that if you grow that mango seed, it can grow trees and it can bear fruits? Don't you know? You know. But do you see mango trees and mango fruits in the mango seed? Why could you know that it can grow trees and it can bear fruits? Even though you don't see trees and fruits in that seed, you know that it can grow, it can bear fruits when conditions ripen. Why can mango seed grow trees and bear fruits? Because there is a potentiality. Okay? Can you say the beginning of mangoes? When does this potentiality start? Can you know the samsara of mango? Is there any beginning? Can you find out? Impossible. But there is a potentiality. Okay? So why are we born again and again? Because of that potentiality. Karmic potentiality has been laid hidden in our mental continuum. So it is beginningless. Buddha knew it. That's why the Buddha said, the beginning of samsara is unknown and knowable. Not that he didn't know, but that he knows that there is no beginning. If you can tell the beginning of mango seed, or if you can tell me the samsara of mango, I will tell you the beginning of samsara too. Just potentiality. So it is beginningless. If there is potentiality, and if there is conditions, it will grow, it will bear fruits. It is its nature. So we living beings had accumulated both wholesome and unwholesome karma. All the wholesome and unwholesome karma that we have accumulated has been left behind as a potentiality. Why could you remember what you have done 40 years ago? Why could you remember? Or 30 years ago, that what you have done, why could you remember? Because whatever karma we have done, after we have accumulated, it perished, leaving the karmic force behind. That karmic force, as a potentiality, it is following all of us. That's why it has been done and it has finished, it has perished, but not without leaving the potentiality behind, but leaving the potentiality or karmic force behind. That's why you can remember because of that potentiality if there is right condition. Suppose I want to give an example how the potentiality work, or how the karmic force work. When I was 3 vasas, at that time, when I was having my lunch, one layman visited me. He came and see me. So as I am having my lunch, he's waiting, sitting a little bit near distance to me. And after I finish my meal, mostly I drink water with the water bottle just because of the bhikkhu's vinaya. But on that day, because of some reason, I used a cup to drink water. So when I was drinking water, he was looking at me, but I didn't know that he did it. After that, what did he tell me? One day, when I saw you drank water, when I saw immediately the cup you use, I think about the time I drank alcohol with this same type of cup. Okay? So now, you see, this is because of the karmic potentiality that has been left behind in our mental continuum. If there is conditions, we remember. In the same way, mangoes, seed, it can grow trees, it can bear fruits. If there is right conditions. If there is no right conditions, even there is potentiality, it can't grow, it can't bear the fruits. If you just place on the table for 3-4 months, it will dry up. Okay? At that time, how much you pour water? Impossible. That's why when karma has been accumulated at a certain time in our past, whether good, whether bad, after we have done, it perished, but leaving the force, karmic force behind. So it functioned as a potentiality to give its result. That's why at the near-death moment, a certain karma, what we have done many lives ago, or what we have done many years ago, what we have done even many eons ago, if they are strong enough, they can appear. This is a working of karma. This is a working of karmic potentiality. That's why, not that the Buddha didn't know the beginning, but that the Buddha knows there is no beginning of samsara. So now I will repeat, the Buddha said that the beginning of this long samsara is unknown, unknowable. So if we don't know the beginning of samsara, it doesn't matter. The matter is, for the heedless, its end is also no way in sight. For the heedless, its end is no way in sight. Do you know your end? So I will quote the words of the Buddha more stronger. For the fool, its end is no way in sight. Impossible for the fool to know when he can make an end of. So you don't need to think about what is the beginning, but you need to think about when you can make an end. But for the wise, it is possible to know when he can make an end. Do you want to know when you can make an end? To know what you can do. What can you do? Is there any way for you to know? There is only one way, through practicing meditation. There is no any other ways. So, to know the end of, to know our end, to know individual end is important. It is to break the bonds of samsara. So what are the bonds that have been binding beings tightly to this endless samsara? What are the bonds that have been binding beings tightly to this seemingly endless samsara? How do these bonds function to bring about rebirths in different realms of existence? How does any of us tie in with these bonds? And how can we break free from the tight grips of these bonds and escape from samsara? This is what I am going to share with all of you. So to be able to break the bonds of samsara, we all need to know what the bonds are. How many bonds are there? Or how many fetters are there? How many ties are there? How many mental chains are there? That bind beings to the round of rebirth. You are now wandering in the round of rebirth as a human. But after this existence, what will happen? Have you ever thought about this? After you die, what will happen? Out of question? Or never thought about this? Or have no interest? After we die, finish. Have you this idea? So there is human existence. So here I want to share with the qualities of the Buddha. So one of the qualities of the Buddha is Loka Vidu. Loka Vidu means the one who knows the world. How many worlds that the Buddha knew? Completely. Buddha knew Satta Loka, Okasa Loka, and Saṃsāra Loka. Have you ever heard these three words? Satta Loka, Okasa Loka, and Saṃsāra Loka. If the Buddha didn't arise in the world, even to hear these three words is impossible. We will be blind to them. So what is Okasa Loka? I will talk about this first. Okasa Loka means the realms where beings live. Buddha knew different realms perfectly, completely, with its cause too. Buddha knew there are Brahma realms. Buddha knew there is celestial realms. Buddha knew there is human realm. Buddha knew there is animal realms, ghost realms, and hell beings, hell realms. This is the knowing of the world in which different beings are living. It is knowing of Okasa Loka. So another one is Satta Loka. It is the world. It is the beings, those who are living in different worlds. It is knowing beings, those are living in different worlds, different realms. So Buddha knew there is Brahma beings in the Brahma realm. Buddha knew there is celestial beings in the celestial realm. Buddha knew there are human beings in the human realm. And also Buddha knew there are ghost beings in the ghost realm. Animals in the animal realm. And hell beings in the hell realms. This is what the Buddha knew. This is knowing of Satta Loka. Satta Loka. Can I translate into the world of beings, or the beings that live in different realms? Knowing different beings that lives in different realms. Buddha knew not only this, Buddha knew the cause and result of them. Why beings are born in the Brahma realm? What is the cause? What is the reason? What is the condition that make them reborn in the Brahma realm? Buddha knew completely, very detailed. Also, what is the cause of rebirth in the celestial realm? Buddha knew well. Also, what is the cause of rebirth in the animal realm? Buddha knew well. And also Buddha knew what is the cause of rebirth in the ghost realm. Also Buddha knew what is the cause of rebirth in the hell realms. So if the Buddha didn't arise in the world, we will not know that there is a Brahma realms. We will not know that there are Brahma beings in the Brahma realms. Also, it is impossible for us to know that there is celestial beings in the celestial realms. And also, we will not know how karma is working. All these are caused by our karma. So we see animals around us. Some religious leaders said, animals are created for you to eat. Eat them. There is no fault. There is no sin. I've created for you. No. Okay? One day, if you have developed concentration, you will get the opportunity to practice your past life, to discern your past lives. At that time, you will be able to see in one of your existences in the past, you may be an animal. At that time, your tears will drop. You have been born in an animal realms. At that time, you will be instructed to find out what is the reason, what is the karma, what is the cause, what is the condition that makes you reborn in the animal's realm. So, according to the Buddha's teaching, there is no existence in which we have never been born before. We have been born in the Brahma realms, we have been born in the celestial realms, we have been born in the human realm again and again. Sometimes we are rich, sometimes we are poor, sometimes we are intelligent, sometimes we are stupid, sometimes we are wise, sometimes we are fool, sometimes we are very handsome. So all these are caused by our karma. So we have been born in hell too, many times. Do you want to go again? So, if you can't break the bonds of Saṃsāra, which can make you trouble in the round of rebirth, you have stay right condition to fall into four states. So, how many fetters are there? Fetters, do you know? F-E-T-T-E-R, fetter. So in Pali, it is Samyojana. Samyojana means the mental chain, the fetter that bind you to the round of existences. Especially 10 fetters are not wholesome, they are unwholesome. Now, we were born as humans not because of those fetters, not because of those mental chain, just because of our wholesome karma, but surrounded by those mental chains. If I use the word mental chain, do you get the meaning? Okay. So now, I want to ask a question. How many fetters are there? How many fetters the Buddha taught? Altogether 10. So what are they? They are the Sakkaya Ditthi, personality view or personality belief. What is the second one? Doubt, Vijikiccha, doubt. Do you feel doubt? What do you feel doubt about? You don't know too, right? You have a lot of doubt, but not all the doubt need to be removed, but those important ones need to be removed. What are the third one? Attachment to rites, rituals, ceremonies, and wrong practices. It is Silabata Brahmasa. It is the third bond or the third fetter. What is the fourth one? The fourth one is sensual desire, kama raga, sensual lust. What is the fifth one? Vyabhara, ill will or patiga also can be. Aversion, hatred. All these are rooted in anger. This is also one of the fetters. So what is number 6? Rupa raga. Attachment to material jhana and material realms. Rupa raga means attachment to Rupa, Brahma life, or attachment to attachment to material jhana. It is Rupa raga. So another one is Arupa raga. It is attachment to immaterial jhana and immaterial Brahma existence. So, what is number 8? What is the next one? It is mana, the fetter of conceit. Mana means conceit. Conceit also one of the fetters. So, number 9, it is Uddacha. It is restlessness. And what is the last one? Avijja. Avijja, it is ignorance. So altogether, 10 fetters that bind beings in the round of rebirth. So here, before talking about breaking the bonds of samsara completely, we all need to know how to break the bonds that binds all of you. To the rebirth in the 404 realms. This is what you all need to break. This is the first step that you all need to break. The bonds that binds all of you to the rebirths in the 404 states. Do you want to be reborn in the 404 realms? Nobody wants. Is there anybody who make an aspiration to be born in the 404 states? But many after they die, without making an aspiration, they were born there. What is the reason? Nobody make an aspiration to be born in a bad realm. But the Buddha said, given an example, one day when the Buddha was with many his disciples, taking a little bit of soil on his fingernail and asked a question, Bhikkhus, which are more, a little bit of soil that I have taken on my fingernail or the great art? Is it a difficult question? Very easy. Even a young boy can give an answer. So Buddha compared these two examples, these two things, which are completely different. One is a little bit of soil on his fingernail. Another is great art. If I'm the one who must initiate this question, I dare not do. Why? Many of you, or almost all of you, will complain me. Pandey, why do you ask this question, comparing these two? Even a child can give an answer, which is more. You don't need to make comparison. Yes, I hesitate to do, if I need to do by myself. But Buddha didn't hesitate. Why? The Buddha has omniscient knowledge. He knows well, he knows completely, Whatever he wants to know, he knows. Nothing can cover. You can see very clearly. He has this vision because of his omniscient knowledge. That's why he asked this question, because he knew that this example is the most suitable example, because he knew clearly what is happening among all the beings in the world. So when Buddha asked this question, the bhikkhu gave an answer. Buddha, a little bit of soil that he has taken on his fingernail is out of comparison to the great art. And Buddha continued. In the same way, when humans die, few are those who can be reborn in the human realm or in the celestial realm. Many are those who fall into the four woeful states again. In the same way, when celestial beings die, few are those who can be reborn in the celestial realms or human realm. Many are those who fall into the four woeful states again. What is the reason? Because many humans, many celestial beings had made an aspiration to be born in the four woeful states? Nobody. The reason is because Pa-Auk remedy mano. Do you understand the meaning of it? Pa-Auk remedy mano. Out of the time we accumulate wholesome deeds, our mind inclined doing unwholesome. Out of the time we accumulate wholesome deeds, our mind inclined doing or taking unwholesome objects. Do you agree with this? Are we doing wholesome karma the whole day, or are we thinking about sensuality? Nobody gave an answer. Yes, you all know well. So to be able to practice meditation, can you make decision easily? Can you? No any difficulty? Do you know you have fight against? Fight against with what? There are two teams fighting against in our mind. Black teams and white team. So black team means the team led by defilements. Defilements team is black team. White team is wholesome team, led by mindfulness and wisdom. Whenever you would like to do good things, caused by white team. But every time you think to do good, your black team against you. Okay? So now you come here. I believe your black team fight you. To go or not to go? Go. No, no, please don't go. Okay? Better to go there. No, no, please don't go. Better to visit there. Okay? So black team always against white team. Mostly, which team wins? Black teams. Black teams defeated the white teams always. So white teams are defeated by the white teams. Only a few times that white teams wins. So now all of you are very fortunate. You make white teams win this time. How many days? 3 days. So it is your samyojana. It is your mental change. It is your fetters that bind you. Not to be able to do good things. So all of you are tied with these bonds the whole day. Sometimes because of greed, desire, attachment. Sometimes because of aversion, anger, dissatisfaction, irritation. All these bind you at the present. And also it will bind you rebirths in the rounds of rebirth. So if these 10 fetters directly bind you, and if they give their results at the near death moment, you will not be reborn in a good realm. Now, as I've told all of you, most of the time we are thinking about not wholesome things. We are thinking about unwholesome, related to sensuality. So, the first 3 fetters are very dangerous. Do you remember what are they? Do you remember what they are? Sakkaya Ditthi, personality view. Vijikiccha, doubt. Silabbata Pramasa, attachment to rites, rituals, and wrong practices. Here I want to explain a little bit about Sakkaya Ditthi. So, Sakkaya Ditthi is translated as personality view, personality belief. This is the belief that we are solid beings, which leads to illusion of the separate self, egoism, or individuality. This is a major obstacle to spiritual progress. Not only are we attached to the idea of self, we even glorify it. Are you glorifying your egoism, your ego? Do you notice it? So, not only are we attached to the idea of self, we even glorify it. Attachment to idea of I is fundamental to all problems. I repeat it. Attachment to idea of I is fundamental to all problems. We defend the idea of I. We seek to cherish I. Do you get what I meant? We cherish to the idea of I. Make a fuss of it. It is because of personality view. So I want to explain in a simple way. So personality view means I view, my view. So you think this is your body. You hold this view. This is mine. This is I. Because of this reason, you suffer. When you can remove this personality view, you have removed this wrong view. And also you hold your anger as yours. You hold greed as yours. You hold hatred as yours. When you feel angry, what do you say? I'm feeling angry. I feel very angry. You think anger is yours. You hold anger as yours. Also here I want to ask all of you. Now, all the people in the world, what are they doing? What are they doing? Making money? Okay. Any more answer? Eh? Fighting to each other? Any more? Yeah, they are making their living. They are making money. Yes, it is true. But they are being busy for food, for shelter, for cloth, for medicine. Am I right? Only in the country, maybe developed country, they can do more than this. But anyway, just for sensuality. They are being busy for sensuality. They are pursuing after sensuality. But briefly to say, for food, for shelter, for cloth, and for medicine. Brother, if I ask you a question, who needs food? What will be your answer? Nobody needs? The body needs. Really? Sister, who needs the food? Everyone. Do you cook? Why do you cook? Because you need? Sister? Who needs the food? The body needs. The body needs. You don't need. Eh? I'm the body. Yes. So body is I'm the body. Partially. Okay, so this is because of personality view. Okay? So everybody say, I need food. I need shelter. I need cloth. I need medicine. This is what? What all say. Actually, if you have no this body, do you need food? If you have no this body, do you need food? No. If you have no this body, do you need shelter? No. If you have no this body, do you need cloth? If you have no this body, do you need medicine? No. That's why this is not your need. This is the need of this body. Because of your personality view, because of personality belief, you wrongly hold that you need them. Actually, you are just a slave of this body. You are serving the needs of this body. You are not a master. You are just a slave. Because you haven't removed this bond, the bond of personality view, or the mental chain of personality belief. So you hold this wrong view. You hold that this is my body, this is mine, this is I. Don't touch me. You will know who I am. You know how strong my anger is. Don't touch me. You will know who I am. Because of this personality view, you have this attitude and idea. Very strong. If you can't remove it, you can't prevent yourself from falling into the four states. This is the main cause of rebirth in the four states. Sotapanna, the first noble person, has removed personality view, doubt, and attachment to wrong practices, completely without remainder. But the Sotapanna still has greed, lust, anger, pride, stay. But his anger, his greed, his lust, his pride cannot make him fall into four states. Because he didn't see anger as his. Or she didn't see anger as hers. So he didn't hold greed as his greed. She didn't hold, or she doesn't hold, anger as her anger. Or she didn't hold, or he doesn't hold this body as his body. He sees this body as this body. Even though he used my body feel pain, but he has no wrong view. He didn't hold, or she didn't hold, this body as his body. If you think you are complaining, you suffer very much. You suffer much because you think that you suffer, you are tortured, you are complaining. you are blamed. But for the first noble person, he didn't see this body as his body. He didn't hold this body as his body. He didn't hold his anger as his anger. He feel angry if there is conditions, but he didn't hold it as his anger. That's why the strength of anger, the strength of desire, the strength of attachment become very weak. It is not strong enough to give its result in the four woeful states. I will give another more example. You hear people in Africa are suffering. You hear what happened? What do you feel? But you hear your son is suffering. What do you feel? You suffer much, very much, right? Because you hold that this is my son. Okay? But for about people in the Africa, you don't hold them with your personality view. This is just an example. Okay? So when you have removed this personality view, all the strength of defilements become weak. No strength to give their results in the four woeful states. That's why all of you would like to free from suffering in the four woeful states, or all of you want to break the bonds of rebirths in the four woeful states. You all need to make an effort to be able to remove personality view, sakkayaditthi, doubt, vijikiccha, and attachment to rites, rituals, and wrong practices, which is silabata pramasa, completely without remainder. So to be able to remove, what do we need to do? So before giving me an answer, I want to ask you another question. Is it possible to remove these three fetters in this age? Yes, possible. Possible. But you all need to know the way how to remove them properly. Do you know, in the third watch of the night, even the Bodhisattva had made an effort to remove these three fetters in the third watch of the night. Through practicing meditation. The way how the Bodhisattva had practiced is what you all should know. I have explained how the Bodhisattva have practiced to be able to remove the bonds of Saṃsāra, or to be able to break the bonds of Saṃsāra in one of my talks. The name of the talk is Expectation Derived from One's Soul Point of View. Now it is available in Singapore, published by Pa-Auk Meditation Center, Singapore. Now in front, I think they keep for all of you, but now no need to read. Only on the last day you should take it. So there I have explained how the Bodhisattva had practiced for his full enlightenment. Unfortunately, many Buddhists don't know how the Bodhisattva had practiced to break the bonds of Saṃsāra. So I have explained the way the Bodhisattva had practiced. So I've given this talk in Indonesia and in Taiwan too. So now they have already translated into Chinese too. Those who understand Chinese, they should find that Chinese translation book. Only then you will know the right way, how to practice to be able to break the bonds of rebirth in the four states. The bonds of Saṃsāra cannot be broken down at once. Need to be broken down step by step. Even the Bodhisattva, his attainment of Buddhahood didn't happen immediately. With systematic practice and with the attainment of path and fruition knowledge, step by step, he had removed or he had broken the bonds of Saṃsāra. That's why if you all want to break the bonds of rebirth in the four states, you all need to know the way how to break them. So do you want to know how to break the bonds of rebirth in the four states? Yeah, it is very important. Even to hear how to break them is not easy. Because of the Buddha, we got the opportunity to hear. So as a Buddhist monk, so we have this responsibility to make all the Buddhists know how to break the bonds of rebirth in the four states. But if we don't teach the way the Buddha taught, we cannot help all of you. We cannot make all of you understand the way how to break the bonds of Saṃsāra. Because this is what the omniscient Buddha only can know. There is nobody who can know the way to break the bonds of Saṃsāra. We are just the representative. But if we don't share with all of you the way the Buddha taught, we will not be good friends for all of you. That's why first of all, what you all need to know, the way how the Buddha taught. Only then you will be able to follow practice step by step. So, I will explain how to break the bonds of rebirth in the four states tomorrow. Now we have time to have Q&A session.
I would like to know, how do we know for sure that we can attain liberation in this very life or not in this very life?
How can we know?
So how can I know whether Nibbana is possible in this very life or not in this very life? Is there a way to know?
So as the Buddha said, bhikkhus develop concentration. The one who is concentrated knows and sees the Four Noble Truths as they really are. So the point is here, development of concentration. As the Buddha promised, the one who is concentrated knows and sees the Dhamma, the truth as they really are. Whoever would like to know and see the Four Noble Truths as they really are, need to develop concentration. After having developed concentration, you need to practice systematically under the guidance of qualified teachers who can teach the way the Buddha taught. But if you practice not the way the Buddha taught, even though you have accumulated good parami in the past, impossible for you, for the realization of Nibbana. But here, what we all need to understand, according to the Buddha's teaching, what we need to know, if we see a certain results, the main cause is past causes. The present cause is the supporting cause. Suppose someone can develop deep concentration, absorption concentration, and he or she practice meditation. After having developed concentration, he or she proceeds insight meditation systematically. But he or she, the way he or she practices at the present is not very diligent, not continuous, not consistent. The present support is not strong enough. Even though there is past cause to realize the Dhamma as they really are, because of weakness of present support, he or she may not realize Nibbana too. When the past cause and present cause are met, at that time, attainment of Nibbana will occur. So, suppose, after having developed concentration, you practice insight meditation. You follow practice the way the Buddha taught, so you know and you see the first noble truth. And you know and you see the second noble truth. And then you practice vipassana, contemplating impermanent suffering non-self. But the time you practice to know and to see the second noble truth, at that time you need to discern your past lives. The purpose of discerning your past life is to know karma and ichasat. And also you need to find out, was there any existence in the past you have practiced vipassana? If you see in one of past lives you have practiced vipassana, so it is a very big support for the attainment of Nibbana in this very life. But some, they have practiced samatha meditation successfully in their past life, but they didn't practice rupa meditation, nama meditation in their past. Also, they haven't practiced vipassana. So the past causes is not strong enough. But such person, as he or she has developed concentration, if he or she diligently make an effort, continuously, consistently practice vipassana meditation in this very life until he or she attain pattern knowledge, it is possible. So after spending maybe 1 year, 2 years practicing vipassana, if you don't see attainment of pattern fruition knowledge, and if you leave your meditation behind, how can I do? How can you do? Okay? That's why we need past and present support. All these need to be trained. All these need to be made an effort. Okay?
Any other question?
So no questions? So if okay, then.
Bante, I have a question. For the lay person to practice meditation and to attain Nibbana, is it possible still in this time for a lay person to attain Nibbana? In your experience in maybe in Myanmar or in Singapore, is it possible?
As a lay person?
Yes, as a lay person.
Possible.
Yes,
Possible, but you need to engage practicing meditation. So you need to renounce the world temporarily, at least. Okay? So I will give an example. Okay? One of my disciples, she's not from any country from Singapore. Do you want to hear? So she has very good barami. Okay? So she left home, but as a layperson. So she went Myanmar. She went to Myanmar and she practiced under my guidance. And she could develop concentration. So she practiced continuously. So what I remember, maybe 2 months after that, she came back to Singapore. Okay? And then she stayed maybe around 1 month. And then she left Singapore for Myanmar. And she practiced under my guidance. And then I consider what to teach. Because mostly meditators, after going back home, they leave or they left their meditation behind. So when they go to Myanmar, when they went to Myanmar, no more concentration. I need to start from the beginning. So I need to consider what to teach. From where should I teach? So I asked this and that. Finally, I found out she could sustain her concentration. So I don't need to start from the beginning because she practiced every day at home. Okay? She practiced meditation every day at home. So she could sustain her concentration. So I don't need to start from the beginning. And I let her review just for 2-3 days, and then I let her continue from where she has stopped. So another 3 months she stayed. This is a way of renouncing too. Okay, so 3 months she continued. So she know and see more, and then she came back to Singapore again. And then she stayed a certain period doing this and that, or I don't know. But she went back Myanmar again. And I need to consider what to teach, from where to teach. So I asked this and that. Oh, she could sustain what I have taught. So I don't need to teach from the beginning. And then I taught her from where she has taught. Finally, she knows, she sees the Dharma as they really are. Okay? Now she is in Singapore. Okay? So if you would like to follow, or if you would like to emulate the way she did, I'm very happy.
Bante, good evening. I don't know how to phrase this question, but I hope I can get through. So, let's say now you are a normal lay Buddhist, but you never achieve anything, but you have the triple gem with you, Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. Then when you die, your 5 senses is no more with you. So the I of you also no more. But your karma will follow you. So to born as a human being is many kalpas away or many aeons to be born in the human realm. So you are now passed away, you go to the Ufu state. In the Ufu state, there's no chance for you to learn the Dharma, no Dharma. Even if you go heaven, also no Dharma. So a person who like us feel that we will guarantee to be Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. Then when we pass off, we get nothing. So how did we go back to our karma? When did our karma going to arise to become a human being again and to start all over again, learning the teaching? Thank you.
So, the danger of partial understanding should be shared here. So Buddha expounded this thought. Some ascetics, those who could practice supernatural power, had taught such teaching to his or to their followers. What do they say? Evildoer goes to hell. This is the first idea. Another one, evildoers goes to heaven. This is second idea. The third one, good man goes to hell. And the fourth one, good man goes to heaven. Do you agree with their teachings? Evildoer go to hell. Evildoer goes to heaven. Good man goes to hell. Good man goes to heaven. Whatever karma we have accumulated, good or bad, they will give their results when times ripen. So, Manlika, Queen Manlika, she is wise. She had accumulated a lot of wholesome karma. But he had he had cheated King Pasenadi of Kosala. Because of this reason, he felt guilty about this. Even though he had accumulated a lot of wholesome karma related to the Buddha, Dharma and Sangha, feeling guilt is strong in our mind. So at the near-death moment, the object that appears is not those wholesome karma that he had accumulated related to Buddha, Dharma and Sangha, but the last object is feeling guilt about what she had done. Because of this reason, so he could not be reborn in a good realm. So he fell into hell. So Pasenadi of Kosala, King Pasenadi, King Pasenadi of Kosala, he went to see the Buddha with the intention to ask where the Queen Manlika was born. So for the first day, the Buddha, using his supernatural power, make the King Pasenadi of Kosala forget to ask. Because Buddha knew that what is going to happen. So Buddha make him forget to ask. Second day, third day, fourth day, in the same way. Only after 7 days. So Buddha don't make any things using his supernatural power. Because Buddha knew that after 7 days, the Queen Manlika will be reborn in a celestial realm. So he the Buddha let the vicinity of Kosala get the opportunity to ask after 7 days. At that time, the king vicinity of Kosala asked, where was Queen Malika born? Buddha said, she was born in the celestial realm. If Queen Malika was not reborn in the celestial realm, who can be reborn in the celestial realm? What is the reason? Because she has accumulated a lot of wholesome karma related to Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. But there also are the unwholesome karma that we humans had accumulated, right? That's why which one give its result at the near that moment, this is a matter. But all the wholesome karma that you have done also will give its result when times ripen. The important thing is you need to make wholesome karma repeatedly to make it strong. But if you go beyond this, it will be much better. So if you have accumulated good and bad karma in your life, so according to your fortune, at the near that moment, which karma will give its result, which karma is strong enough to give its result, according to your fortune, you need to accept it. But what I want all of you do is not in this way. I want all of you train your mind through practicing meditation. I want all of you to be the one who can pay attention to the meditation object at the near that moment, not according to fate, not according to fortune, not according to luck, but according to your effort, your concentration. You pay attention to meditation. You pay attention on the meditation object. So by paying attention on the meditation object, you pass away. So you will be reborn in a good realm for sure. Okay? So this is the way you all need to prepare beforehand. So those who have attained supernatural power, they could not understand workings of karma even though they have attained supernatural power. What is the karma that gives its result at the near that moment is out of reach for them. Because they don't know how to discern ultimate mentality and materiality, because they are not the disciples of the Buddha. Why could the disciples of the Buddha understand law of karma partially? Because of the Buddha. Buddha taught how to discern ultimate mentality and materiality as they really are, after having developed concentration. But those ascetics, even though they could attain supernatural power, they don't know how to practice, they don't know how to discern ultimate mentality and materiality. That's why they could not discern what is a near that object and what is a karma that gave its result. That's why they see this person is good most of the time in his life. But when he died with their supernatural power, they saw that that good person was reborn in a hell. And then he made this idea, good man goes to hell. No, good man doesn't go to hell. Bad karma make him reborn in a bad realm. This is out of reach for those ascetics. And also, bad man goes to heaven. Not bad man goes. Okay? Good karma, even though a bad person, maybe do a lot of unwholesome, there might be wholesome karma that he had accumulated in his life too. So at the near that moment, the karma that gave its result is wholesome. Because of this reason, they don't understand this. They just see that this person engaged practicing unwholesome in his life most of the time. But he saw that this person was reborn in a good realm. That's why he made this theory. Bad man goes to heaven. This is the danger of partial understanding. So we cannot get this opportunity out of the dispensation of the Buddha. Only in this dispensation of the Buddha, even though in this dispensation of the Buddha, if we don't get the opportunity to practice the way the Buddha taught, if we follow the traditions of the teachers, if we don't follow the way the Buddha taught, we cannot know this too. Okay? So the last question.
Anybody? The last question.
Okay, no more questions. If it is so, we will share merits done tonight. Idhamme punyam asavakaya vaham hotu. Idhamme punyam nibbanasa pacayo hotu mama punya bhagam sabba satanam bhajemi te sabbe me samam punya bhagam labantu sadhu sadhu sadhu.